Hey, welcome back to the Big Rant Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit the subscribe button down below and let's get right to it. Joe Biden, former vice president, former, congressman, been an all-around good guy. Now, he's been accused of some things as of late that I think are troubling, but I don't think are as big of a problem as a lot of people are making him out to be. Now, two women have claimed him of inappropriate behavior or touching that they didn't that made them feel either gross or uncomfortable or something to that nature. Both have said it wasn't sexual assault, that they don't view it as a sexual assault. They just felt as if it was inappropriate and made them feel dirty or whatever, I guess you could say. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. A lot of people say there's trying to shame the victims as they see themselves. Shaming them. Trying to say, oh, they're only doing it for political gain, this or that. And maybe that's true. I don't know. But I'm not in the game of victim shaming. That's not what I do here. Now let's talk about the problem. In 2014, apparently, there was one lady who he was helping campaign for in Nevada. And she claims that at some point during the evening, he walked up behind her, put his hands on her shoulder, and then kissed the back of her head. Now, if you know Joe Biden, if you've seen Joe Biden over the years, he's generally a very close person, kind of touchy-feely. Been the same, men, women. It's not really a sexual thing, obviously. And I'm pretty sure that maybe he didn't feel he was doing anything wrong. But Joe, I gotta say something. If you're touching somebody and they have not given you consent to do so, then you are violating their personal space and you have no business doing it. Another woman claims a similar thing took place back in 2009. Now, people have been circulating photographs for the lady from 2014 who at that same event was seen with her hands on Joe Biden, taking selfies and things like that, and other pictures with other men. And it doesn't matter what other consensual acts she did. It doesn't matter if she gave consent to be touched by other people or initiated contact. She felt uncomfortable by what Joe Biden did. Now, I don't think this is something that should necessarily keep him from being able to run for president. I don't think actually should be a knock on him to cost him the primary. But with that said, I do have a stipulation. He needs to admit what he did, and he needs to apologize. He needs to apologize directly to those women. And I don't care how he does it. I don't think it should be a public thing. I don't think he needs to get on national television and apologize to them. It needs to be a personal thing, either through a letter or direct conversation with them. It's just my thought. If both of them are claiming it wasn't like a sexual assault, it was just him invading their personal space, and behavior that's really just inappropriate, I think he can learn from that, and I think he can change. I think you can explain to him, hey, Joe, this is what's going on. This is how they felt. Or have the women explain to them exactly how they felt. And Joe Biden's a caring individual. I think if somebody was to sit him down and say, hey, this is what you did. This is how I felt. I guarantee you Joe Biden would feel awful. That's what I've seen of Joe Biden over the years. Even before he was vice president. But since he's been vice president, he's shown again and again how he's a decent human being. And I don't really believe that a kiss on the back of the head is reason for people on the left to basically be devouring his political chances at 2020. Now, Joe Biden is not my preferred candidate. He's not who I want. But you know what? I don't think this is as bad as some people on the left and even some of those on the right are making it out to be. You have a man who has obviously been a little too close to people. And most of the women who he's been touchy-feely with have defended him. You know, even after he had no power. Go figure. I have a friend out there claiming that, oh, they just say that to get him off so they won't fire their husbands and stuff. But he has no control of that right now, does he? But I think he needs to apologize. And I'm not going to sit here and make any claims as to why they've come forward now. But I do believe that Joe Biden needs to man up, apologize, and we can move on. Because that's all I think. I don't really think either of them are actually expecting to ruin his career or ruin his chances. But anyhow, this has been the Big Rant Show. I've been your host, Jacob Keck. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you down the road.